Hello and welcome to Wellbeing Café. Thank you so much for joining in day 21 of our month-long Integrate journey. If you are new to the channel, welcome here. This is Integrate as in our life yoga model, which stands for Learn, Integrate, Flow, and Explore. The Learn month-long journey is already out with even more anatomical cueing. If you would like, check that out up above. And know we will release the Flow and Explore in the months to come. To learn more about our life model as a whole, check out the link up above. For today's practice being the end of week 3, we will have a recovery flow, a time for slow flow deep stretches, primarily focused on the hips and the other target areas of our week. For our practice today, we have made a playlist on Spotify. You can check that out in the description down below if you would like music in your practice. We decided to do this as opposed to putting music during the practice, so you are able to choose the volume level and whether or not you'd like music at all. For today, I would recommend having 2 blocks, a blanket, and a little massage ball. Though no, you do not need any of these props, and you can also substitute them with other household things, such as a tennis ball or books. Thank you again for being here, and we will begin in child's pose. Come to the back 2/3 of your mat, place any props out of the way, with the option to bring a blanket under your knees if that would support your practice. As you bring your knees wide and your big toes to touch, walk your hands towards the top of the mat. Inhale, create space in your body. Exhale, release tension and into this moment. Allow yourself to be here. Long, deep breaths. Your heart melts towards the mat. Bring awareness to your hips. How do they feel in this moment? As we settle into our practice, what do you notice? Or any tension is, or any space? One more deep grounding breath. Exhale, your heart melts. Inhale, walk your hands further forward, stretch through the shoulders. Exhale, the hands walk to the top right corner of your mat. Left hand can come on top of right for a side body stretch. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, find depth in the stretch. 2 more deep breaths. Where can they take you? And as you breathe, what do you notice in your hips? Next, inhale, walk your hands through center. And exhale to the opposite side. Right hand can be on left for a side body stretch. Inhale, create space. Exhale, find release in the sensation. Release in this moment. 2 more long breaths. Notice any asymmetries on this side versus the first. Just being with your body. Inhale, walk back towards center. Exhale, walk your hands towards your knees. Slowly sit up to tabletop pose. Knees come under hips. Find your foundation. Sway side to side through your hips. Come to a static place. Inhale, lower belly, raise gaze. Exhale, round through your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, pull forward, your heart comes through. Exhale, hollow out through the spine. Inhale, glide forwards. Exhale, round back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back, sit all the way back to your heels. Walk your hands forward for Sphinx pose. Know if this does not feel accessible today, You can take cow pose instead and hold with your chin slightly tucked, your gaze down. If coming to Sphinx pose, bring your arms to 11s with your elbow directly under your shoulder, long through your spine. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. As you inhale, pull the ground towards you. Exhale, release your shoulder blades down your back. Gaze between your fingers. Play with the space between your feet. How does that change the sensation in your lower back? And if you feel any pinching, lightly engage through your glutes and slowly release. Practicing not only mind-body awareness through that movement, through that sensation of engagement, but also finding ways to relieve tension actively. Breathe into the stretch and stay exactly as you are, or invite movement into your upper spine. Nod your head yes, and nod it no, slow and controlled. Maybe you take full circles or half circles. Knowing what matters most in this practice is we are safe as we move. And come to a static position. Walk your left hand forwards and thread your right arm underneath for closed wing pose. Your head can come to a block or a blanket. And know if this does not feel right, you can also take this from a child's pose variation. Twisting your torso towards the ground so your chest squares off as your arm feels the stretch, as your shoulder feels the stretch. For additional sensation, walk your left hand further forwards. And for one more variation, to get into our hips, if you are on your belly, bring your left hip up, bending your knee to 90 degrees, flex through your toes, and know you can place a blanket underneath your left knee if that would feel better to you. Breathe into the sensation you feel. Find release in this moment, right where you are. Focus on where you feel the sensation and allow your breath to go to those spots. With every exhale, release further into the stretch. Once again, looking for what feels good, but not for anything painful. If something doesn't feel right, know you can always fidget, adjust, to come out of the pose. One more deep breath. Exhale, slowly unwind. If you were in the half frog variation, bring your leg back first. Bring your left arm in to support you as you slowly come up. Shake your shoulders, move in any way that feels right. Any counter stretches, counter poses. And when you are ready for the other side, we will take the other side. Slow and controlled, walk your right hand forward. Slide your left arm underneath from child's pose or on your belly. Settle into the position, take any props. Again, maybe a block comes under your head. And take the half frog option with the right leg if that feels right. Knowing again, you can bring a blanket to provide additional support. Long, slow inhale, feel the sensation. Exhale, release into that sensation. Know that as we come to each pose today, that every pose is a journey and part of Integrate as a whole is integrating our awareness of mind, body, that through the pose there are transitions that occur even if it's a static pose. As you lay here, you may recognize space that becomes available or fatigue that enters the body. And through that active listening of the body, you can make adjustments based on what you feel. And this makes it so, again, the pose is an entire journey. It's not just one form that you stay in, but many forms that are micro adjustments from the beginning spot. So I invite you to really focus inward, to feel the sensations and readjust the pose as you are in it. One more deep breath. Exhale, slowly come out of the position, re-extend your leg. Bring your right arm in, slowly slide up. Take any counter motions that feel good, anything that feels right to you. And from here, however you would like, take a journey onto your back. Maybe you extend the arms out in front of you, then you roll onto the back, coming to one side. You could roll around a few times if that feels right. Or slowly shift back onto the center of your mat. Take out your hair clip if you have one in. We will be here for a moment. Inhale both knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Micro motions forwards and back, side to side. Come to a static place. Bring the right knee closer to your chest as you extend the left leg towards the ceiling. Step on the ceiling before slowly lowering the left leg to the ground, as if moving through water. Inhale the right knee closer to your armpit. And exhale, bring the right leg up and over the left side body. Use your elbows as you move to shift the hips towards the right and shift the shoulders towards the left. Right arm opens up to the side as your gaze follows the fingertips. This will allow your spine to be one long line with a twist through the center. Inhale, expand. Exhale, settle into that twist. Finding the pose in your body, listening to where your body wants to go. Knowing that this shape will be unique to you. And that each of us will twist a little differently based on how our spines are set up. I have a curve in the top of my spine that may change how my spine twists in comparison to yours. All of us on our own unique journey, all of us with our own unique histories with our bodies. Histories of use, of injury, of recovery. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Take your time to come out of the position. Shift your hips and shoulders back to center. Take any counter positions or counter motions. Breathe into your body. And as you are ready, we will change to the opposite side. Bring both knees into the chest. Rock back and forth. Recenter the spine. Hug the left knee towards your chest. Raise the right leg to the sky. Step on the stars. And slowly lower as if moving through water. Inhale the left knee towards your armpit. Exhale, bring it over your right side body. Shift your hips to the left, your shoulders to the right. And find the pose in your body. The left arm extends long, your gaze may follow. This allows for even more of a twist through the cervical spine as well as the remainder of the spine. Know though, if that does not feel comfortable, you can look up or find any other position in the neck that feels comfortable. I find for myself that sometimes it feels better to look towards the hand, and sometimes I want to look up. We change every day based on whatever else has been happening around us. And that we can't have expectations that the body will stay as it is. Some days it may be more open, some days it may be stronger, some days it may be more fatigued. It's the beauty of this dance, this practice, and integrating that mind-body awareness that allows us to dance, to be fluid with what we change in a given day. One more breath. Exhale, slowly unwind. Take your journey out of the pose, whatever that journey looks like to you. Breathe into your body. And slowly settle all the way to the back. For our next set of poses, you can stay laying on your back, or you can come up to a gentle seated position, taking your time to rise up. We'll grab onto our massage ball if you have one. Though no, again, you do not need to have one either. And we will use it to massage out our feet, our calves, and our hamstrings. If you do not have a ball, then no, you can do this with your hands instead. Just give yourself a gentle massage. If you're in a seated position, take the ball, place your hands down behind you to support you. Extend one leg in front as the other one comes on top of the ball. Roll out over the top, get into your foot. If you are on your back, we'll do a similar thing. From a laying position, bring both knees pointing towards the sky, plant your feet on the ground, and bring one foot on top of the ball. Rolling forwards and back, get into all of the small spaces, the side of the foot. We've used our feet a lot through much of our Integrate journey, and especially this week. And they can get rather tight, especially with things like fire toes. Not to mention all the other ways in which we use our feet every day. How they support us, help us to stand and move. If you're on one foot, switch to the other foot. Unless, of course, there is a large asymmetry and one foot is much tighter than the other. You can always stay on the tighter foot. Allow much of this massaging to be intuitive, to be based upon what you feel. Continue massaging out your feet, or we will switch to the calves or the thighs, wherever you would like to bring the ball or your hands. Wherever you feel that is tight, the glutes are also a great place. You can place the ball directly under the glute, support yourself with your hands and roll around on top. Or allow the muscles to release around the ball by staying static and slowly relaxing into the sensation. This can be rather intense, but it can feel very nice as well to relieve tension. Again, do whatever feels right to your body, whatever feels good. Switch to the other leg, if balance and symmetry are equal for you today. Notice if you're on the second side, what feels different about it, and that you do not have to take the same journey on both sides, because where the sensation guides you may be different. Honoring the asymmetries from the history of how we've spent our time. No, you can continue doing this if it feels good. You can pause the video or take your ball, set it out to the side, and slowly come down onto your back, taking your time to arrive once again. Bring both knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rock back and forth and side to side. Come to a static place. Your left foot plants on the ground. Right knee crosses over the top of the left leg. Bring both knees towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your calves and pull them towards your nose. our supine glute stretch. Breathe into your right glute. Feel the sensation of pulling the legs away from one another using your hands. Flex through your toes if you feel anything strange in your knees. And breathe into what you find in this part of the journey. Allow your breath to slow down even more. Slowly unwind, gently uncross your legs. Take any counter movements that feel right. Maybe windshield wiper side to side, or take a bound angle pose, or supine butterfly. Come to a static position. We'll find the opposite side, left leg crosses over the right. Bring the thighs close together, bring the knees towards the nose. Engage your core to bring your lower back to the ground as you reach for your calves. Grab onto your opposite calves with hands and pull the legs apart. Observe the sensation in your left glute and use the legs like levers to find the spot that feels best. Maybe you pull more on one leg or the other or both. Bring the knees closer to the nose or further away. Every movement a conscious choice based upon the presence of what you feel. Inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind with control. Take any counter motions, including movement through your hands. Depending on how much you are gripping on your calves, there may have been additional tension brought into the forearms or the hands. Come back to center. Bring both knees towards your chest as your lower back presses into the earth. Hands come to the calves, to the ankles, or all the way to the feet as we rise for happy baby. Engage through the core, tuck the tailbone to press the lower back into the ground and keep the tailbone from rounding up. Relax your shoulders into the earth and bring your hands lower if you feel your shoulders rising. The hands can also come down to your hamstrings, right at the base between the knee and the hamstring. Open up your hips. Extend one leg and the other if that feels right. Play with the position. Just notice where you feel the sensation in your hips. Maybe you straighten through the legs. Or maybe you stay in happy baby. Two more deep breaths. And slowly come out of the position. Take any other movements your body is asking for. Any other movements of the spine or the legs. And allow these movements to transition you into your final resting position. And before we fully arrive, I would just like to say thank you so much for joining in day 21 of our Integrate month-long journey. Thank you for being part of our Wellbeing Café community. And if you are not yet subscribed but enjoyed today's content, please subscribe to the channel as we come out with more content like this every day. If you are staying for our guided meditation, then I will guide you there now. And if not, may the rest of your day be beautiful wherever it takes you next. Fidget and shift into your final place of stillness. Maybe the feet come together and the knees out wide, or you bring your blanket underneath your spine, between your shoulder blades, for a fish pose variation. Whatever you choose, allow it to be what feels good to your body. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill your body. Exhale, let everything melt away. Continue to breathe. And notice the quality of your breath. Observe every inhalation and every exhalation, every expansion and every release. Allow the breath to guide you into a deeper state of relaxation and ease. Every breath releasing tension from different parts of the body. Release tension from the forehead, from the jaw, the shoulders, lower back, hips, legs, feet, hands. As you inhale, feel the body. Exhale, let go of anything that does not serve you. Notice the sensation of gravity upon the body. A gentle sensation of heaviness, pulling the body into the earth. Observe the sensation of heaviness across the entire body. Release this observation as the body becomes light. Gravity releases and the body floats towards the sky as if pulled up by a cloud. Observe the sensation of lightness floating towards the sky. Gravity returns as the body is pulled towards the sky, suspending you in mid-air. A gentle sensation of floating. Release any observation as the body and mind drift to a place of deep relaxation. Let go of anything that does not serve you. Allow yourself to just be. You may stay here as long as serves you, and pause the video for even more time. Thank you so much for being here today, for being part of our Wellbeing Café community. As you reawaken, I would like to leave you with these words. May all beings everywhere find peace and joy, and might my words, thoughts, and actions empower others in finding peace, joy, happiness, and good health. Thank you, friend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.